Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Today we have Vincent Mascolo, CEO of IronRidge Resources, which is a mineral exploration company listed on the AIM markets. Vincent, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Rob.
Not a problem. You've just released an RNS for the Ivory Coast projects that came out. Do you want to elaborate a bit more on that?
Yeah, it's full steam ahead in Côte d'Ivoire now. We've just been granted 3 additional gold licenses and one additional lithium license. The 3 gold licenses, 2 are in the west of Côte d'Ivoire, called Vavua North and Vavua South. They're key projects that we've been eagerly waiting for the granting of. And as we speak, we are going through the permitting process, so we can fly regional aeromagnetics over those areas in the coming weeks or months, maybe. Key point of those projects are adjacent a known JORC compliant resource, and we believe those structures flow into our project areas. So yeah, we're very keen to get that underway. And then to the northeast of Côte d'Ivoire, we have the Marawi project, which fits in nicely with our existing portfolio there, suite of assets. So yeah, we're very keen. We've started our programs there already, so we'll end up doing some more soil sampling and further reconnaissance work. That dovetails nicely into the Canetta North project, which we've just completed soil sampling and infill programs there. And then further to the recent grantings, we had our existing projects, primarily Biennois and Bodite. So they're progressing very nicely. We have extended trenching and pitting programs going on at Biennois, and we expect to get assay results by the end of Q2, hopefully, if all things go to plan. And then Bodite, our last reconnaissance program there, that project's to the southeast of Côte d'Ivoire. We found some interesting anomalous zones there, and we're now following that up with auger drilling, pitting, and extensional soil sampling programs. So yeah, very exciting times for Côte d'Ivoire. That's just on the gold. And then we had the Azopi project, which was granted as well. So we've started loam and stream sediment sampling and program and mapping there now. So yeah, all systems go in Côte d'Ivoire.
Sounds good. So you've got the licenses, they've been granted, and you've sort of explained a bit about the news flow. Have you got updates you can give about the other projects? Because you've had recently news with Ghana and with Chad.
Yeah, sure. We've been pretty active on the news front in the last couple of weeks, just playing catch up from, shall we say, the losing some momentum over the festive season, but we're all back on track. We recently announced a couple of days ago that we're drilling at Ghana. Our Cape Coast lithium projects have commenced. That's a 7,000 metre program. We're also continuing with large-scale regional soil sampling programs over the entire portfolio. Important thing to note in Ghana and our Côte d'Ivoire lithium project, and our Cape Coast lithium projects, is we're only drilling one target, one project of 7 projects that we have at the moment. So lots of potential upside, and we look forward to drilling results in the coming months.
With the additional license in Chad, for example, and working across different countries, how are you managing to spread your team?
Effectively and efficiently. We have teams. We have teams in Chad, full-blown exploration teams. We call them the Tecton team. That was part of the acquisition a year or so ago. So yeah, no problem with staffing these projects, but it certainly does keep us busy in head office, trying to keep up with them. In Chad, recently announced high-grade assay results along new structures, unknown structures to us until late last year, carrying up to nearly 40 grams per tonne, and the acquisition of 2 additional strategic licenses called Kalaka and Nabagay, directly north, adjacent and along strike our phenomenal Dorothy prospect. Dorothy just keeps delivering at the moment. Great results, great grades, lots of potential, lots of upside, and we've further bolstered the Dorothy asset, as I said before, with Kalaka and Nabagay. So we've already got the teams working on Kalaka, so we can have some news flow and data for interpretation during the wet season in the coming months.
Okay, and with working in these 3 different countries, do you find that the process is similar with licenses and stuff like that, or have you found any difficulties?
No, look, they're all very similar. I mean, we're used to Africa. Obviously, Côte d'Ivoire and Chad are francophone. Ghana, not so. No, look, we've got good people on the ground. They know the systems and procedures, protocols, and the people in the right places. So yeah, we're not having any problems progressing our projects and getting things done in the various jurisdictions.
Okay, and you're focused on your current assets. You got your eyes on anything else at all? Would you be open to that, or are you just going to concentrate on what you've got?
Look, project generation and opportunities is a part of our core business as well. We are continually looking at other opportunities in other jurisdictions. Can't talk too much about them. They may or may not happen, but no, definitely project generation and opportunity is a instrumental and core part of our business as well. You need to have this is exploration. You need to have a continuous flow of projects to move on to.
Okay, and with all the other mineral companies on AIM, what sets you apart from them?
Look, I think IronRidge is a compelling investment opportunity. We're multi-commodity, multi-jurisdictional. We have between all our jurisdictions from Australia to all the way through to Gabon, we have 11 province-scaled size projects, which could all be world class. We're into the technology space with lithium. We like lithium and the stored energy space very much. We think there's a huge future there, and that's the way things are going. And on the gold front, our projects are just simply spectacular. Chad, largely unexplored, frontier province style opportunities, largely unexplored by modern day technology and methods. So yeah, there's huge potential there. If we discover something, it will be huge. And Dorothy is shaping up to be something that we could only dream about. Côte d'Ivoire, we're one of the largest gold tenure holders in Côte d'Ivoire. Surely 1 or 2 of those projects has to go the distance to production. And as I said, Ghana, lithium, new frontier in Ghana predominantly gold, full support from the government of Ghana, chasing a new commodity in lithium. So, look, I think apart from the assets, we've got a phenomenal team headed by geological team headed by Len Koff, our chief geologist. And we've got phenomenal teams in all our jurisdictions working feverishly. On a corporate level, we have 3 spectacular shareholders in Sumitomo Corporation, Assur Limited, and DGR Global, who was the original founder of IronRidge, fully supportive of what we're trying to do in the House of IronRidge to explore, discover, develop, and sales, which ultimately will lead to sales. So I think in that you can see that we are probably slightly different than most other AIM-listed companies. So a lot of diversity across jurisdiction, commodity, management, and shareholder base.
Great. Well, Vincent, it's been a pleasure speaking to you, and obviously you've had so much news flow recently. I expect you'll probably have a lot more in the near future for your investors. So I'm sure we're going to hear from you again.
You certainly will. Thanks a lot, Rob.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.